Imagine living in constant fear that your personal secrets will be shared with the world. Korean actors don't have to imagine. They're living that reality all thanks to Dispatch. Now, you've probably heard of Dispatch before, but who's behind it and when did this madness start? It's said that Dispatch, as we know it today, was established in 2011 and allegedly had only 11 staff members, who were all former employees of Sports Seoul. However, they've been exposing celebrity couples since 2008, so even before they were formally established as a media outlet. After Dispatch was created, many Korean celebrities started to fear the paparazzi. The staff working under Dispatch did everything they could to infiltrate the entertainment industry to get dirt on pretty much any celebrity you can think of. The creators of Dispatch had the idea to establish a source for dating news, which at the same time would become a media company, specialized in uncovering and researching sensitive and personal information on controversial events related to celebrities. Their mission was to create a company that would take an entirely new approach to reporting, since the staff were sick of using mainstream reporting tactics. While all of that sounds pretty professional, many are of the opinion that Dispatch took it too far. The way this so-called media company uncovers information wouldn't be considered ethical by half the population. Unlike other media outlets who try their best to censor the names of those they're reporting on, Dispatch has the tendency to back up their stories with hard photo evidence. While this may make the source more credible, lots of people argue that this puts the privacy of public figures in serious danger. It's rumored that the staff members of Dispatch are close to staff members of various entertainment companies. It's even being speculated that they might have sinister deals with one another. The public also suspects that Dispatch allegedly blackmails agencies into paying them by threatening to expose celebrities under their label. Although nobody knows for sure where Dispatch gets its information from, it's pretty obvious that they've got insiders in the industry. Despite having exposed many industry secrets over the years, Dispatch is still most known for its up-to-date dating news. Almost every single year, on January 1st, Korean idols, actors, and practically the entire internet shake with fear as they frantically refresh their social media pages. This has everything to do with Dispatch's disturbing tradition of exposing couples through paparazzi pictures on the first day of each year. Dispatch only started getting big in 2013, and that's when they revealed one of the most famous couples. That's right, this was the year when Rain and Kim Tae-hee's relationship was exposed. Their romance was huge news in South Korea, because they were arguably some of the best-known celebrities at the time. The two met during a commercial shoot back in 2011, and when Dispatch exposed them, they had no other choice than to confirm their relationship. A year later, Girls' Generation's Yoona was reported to be dating Lee Seung-gi. He'd been gushing about her for years, even calling her his ideal type. Fans were ecstatic to hear the news, but unfortunately the couple parted ways a year later. This seems to be part of the Dispatch curse. You're lucky if an exposed couple lasts longer than a year. The new year of 2021 was also very exciting. Since that year, Hyunbin and Son Ye-jin's relationship was exposed to the world. Everyone shipped them together after watching Crash Landing on You, and it turns out they started dating shortly after they wrapped up the show. Dispatch revealed tons of pictures of them on dates right before they announced their marriage. Since this couple was also very loved by the nation, they barely faced any backlash. Ye-jin openly shared that she felt a bit embarrassed about how things went, as she couldn't reveal her relationship on her own terms. Dispatch doesn't only reveal new couples on January 1st, in fact they do it year-round. Anytime they get new information, they don't hesitate to make headlines. One of the first times this happened was in 2015 when Dispatch captured photos of Lee Min-ho and Bae Suzy on a date in London. Later, the two announced their relationship, but unfortunately they didn't last either. Then, in 2017, another relationship was brought to light. This time around, Dispatch exposed Nam Joo-hyuk and Lee Sung-kyung, who everyone was rooting for in weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-joo. They fell in love while playing each other's love interests, but their happiness was short-lived as well, because they broke up after 4 months. Did you know that Song Hye-kyo and Song Joong-ki's relationship was exposed by Dispatch as well? After appearing in Descendants of the Sun together, the two were embroiled in dating rumors, which their agencies continuously denied. Dispatch revealed pictures of them on dates, and shortly after, their wedding was announced. We all know that didn't end well at all, because they went through a messy divorce only 20 months later. By now, it's become very clear that Dispatch is guilty of invasion of privacy, and although they get their information in unethical ways, it's pretty surprising for people that they've never exposed any LGBTQ couples from the industry. Allegedly, it would cause them legal trouble, so they refrain from doing so. Korean society isn't as accepting of LGBTQ community, and by sharing such sensitive information, not only their careers, but also personal lives could be ruined. A lot of the dating news didn't really tarnish the reputation reputation of most actors, but Dispatch doesn't only stop at exposing relationships. In fact, they've ruined quite a lot of careers by bringing to light certain scandals. One of the best examples is the controversy surrounding Kim Sun-ho from 2021. Allegedly, his ex-girlfriend shared a post in which she stated that Sun-ho had treated her terribly during the time they were together. She shared some seriously disturbing details, stating that he coerced her into terminating her pregnancy by lying that he'd have to pay thousands in damages if he had a child at the time. Although Sun-ho's name wasn't mentioned in the anonymous post, his involvement was confirmed when Dispatch shared a report which included 22 pages of screenshots of conversations between him and Cho Young-ah, his ex-girlfriend. In the chat messages, it became clear that Young-ah wasn't that honest after all. One of her acquaintances said Kim Sun-ho always found the truth out late, that she was divorced, that she lied and met other guys, that she was being threatened, that she had video and audio recordings she took secretly. After this scandal came to light, Sun-ho had to take a year-long break to recover from what he had gone through, so Yeji found herself in a similar situation. Remember when Kim Jung-hyun was under fire for refusing to do any skinship scenes with So-hyun, who was his co-star in the 2018 drama Time? In April of 2021, Dispatch revealed that Yeji, who was his girlfriend at the time, had ordered him to act coldly towards So-hyun. Reportedly, Jung-hyun refused to shoot 13 scenes, including physical contact with his co-star, and he allegedly did this following Yeji's orders. According to the reports, they also obtained text messages between Yeji and Jung-hyun, which proved that she was the one prohibiting him from filming those scenes. The minute Dispatch released this report, Yeji's career fell apart. Over the years, Dispatch has been meaning to turn over a new leaf due to the backlash they had received, especially from K-pop fans. They've been trying to switch up their image in an attempt to no longer be viewed as stalkers. Instead, they want to be seen as fighters for justice who report on sensitive topics that shouldn't be kept a secret from the public. It's safe to say they're not doing a great job at changing their reputation though, and Kim Hee-ora's recent scandal is proof of that. On September 9th of this year, Dispatch went public with a lengthy report claiming that Hee-ora was a member of a very bad group of students that used to torment others at her middle school. On top of that, the report stated that Hee-ora forced her classmates to steal for her as her family was allegedly going through financial hardships. The outlet claimed to have gotten information from an informant that went to Hee-ora's middle school. They launched a private investigation, interviewing 11 former students who all studied at Sangji Girls Middle School at the same time as Hee-ora. Dispatch eventually arranged a meeting with Hee-ora and some of her alleged victims, but one of them firmly asked Dispatch not to report on the situation. Hee-ora then scheduled another meeting with other classmates privately to apologize to them in person. One former classmate called H didn't want to meet Hee-ora in person. Dispatch leaked the conversation they had over the phone. In this version, it looks like Hee-ora admits to having hit this person regularly. However, what Dispatch forgot to mention was that the conversation that they revealed was edited and that they left out major parts of it. In an unedited version released by Hee-ora's agency, it's revealed that H used to badmouth her to teachers and tried to get her in trouble by spreading rumors. Another former student claimed that although she hung out with the popular kids, she never hurt anyone. Dispatch also released a letter written by Hee-ora herself in which she admitted to having had a rebellious past, but she denied that she ever mistreated anyone. It's not really clear who's in the right or who's in the wrong here, so the fact that they released certain information without permission definitely doesn't do anyone justice. Hee-ora's agency later on revealed that Dispatch pursued victims for more information, without the agency knowing, and despite the fact that these victims had already patched things up with Hee-ora. They also claimed that Dispatch maliciously edited the statements, which harmed everyone in the process, so they vowed to take legal action. In response, Dispatch has backtracked a little, claiming that some victims changed their stories and that they were simply just messengers. Dispatch clearly didn't have the right intentions behind sharing their report and only made the situation worse. Do you think Dispatch will ever be able to rebrand? Let us know what you think in the comments down below.